Yo, what's up guys? Long Live Games Guy here, and today, um, I have a very awkward kind of situation with this review right here. So pretty much what's going on is that this is, I'm counting, this is an episode from a TV show called Black Mirror. However, it's like an hour and 50 minutes long, so it practically counts as a movie review in my eyes, guys. So just so you know, this is not really a movie, but it's about as long as the average movie. Like it's about more. It's about over a little bit over the length of your normal everyday movie. It's more than an hour and a half. So today we're going to be reviewing White Christmas. And so what you may be asking, what's White Christmas about? Pretty much, it's about these two men that are in this cabin of some sorts. You don't know how they got there or why they're there, but they're there for a sort of job. You don't know what the job is, and pretty much they're stuck in this cabin. It's Christmas time, and they're making stories. They're telling each other stories about their past and stuff like that. And that's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Oh my gosh, this is probably my favorite movie review so far. Probably, I think this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite movie I've seen so far in this series. Like this movie is so movie slash episode is so good. It is so unbelievably good. Let me try to get the negatives out the way. Um, I I no, I don't think I have any at the moment. I don't think I have any at the moment. I've been wanting to do this review for a long time because I just need to talk to somebody about this movie because I don't know how many people have seen this movie slash TV show episode, but it is incredible. The twists and turns that the story makes, and the big star here is the character development. The character development, the character. I'm sorry, not the character development. The characters themselves. The characters themselves, because in the beginning you don't know anything about them. Like in the beginning you don't know a dang thing about them. You don't know what they're doing there. You don't know what's happening. You don't know why they're friends or why they got stuck together or why they're together. But man, oh my gosh, like the more stuff, the more twists and turns that the story makes, the crazier it gets. In this story, it takes an all-time high because you have a first half and then you have a second half. The first half is where one guy tells the stories, and then the second half of the movie is where the other guy telling the story. And I think it's that second half. The second half is my favorite by far. The second half is my favorite because the movie kind of focuses on themes of, well, like hmm, it kind of focuses on themes of like technology abuse because this movie does take place. It does take place sometime in the far future where people obviously can do things in the future that we cannot do now, but like you have this technology that excuse me that was excuse me, but um sorry I'm taking a lot of pauses, but I just really want to find a way to explain this film without explaining much, because this is one of these films you want to go into blind. Do not look up the ending. Do not look up the ending. Oh my gosh, do not look up the ending. The ending is probably one of my favorite endings I've ever seen to a movie because it's because these are I can tell you already. I can tell you this. These characters are flawed characters. They are not perfect and they are not good people. And I mean, I mean, like they're not bad people, but they're not really that good. They're not really good people at the same time. Like as they're telling their stories, you get to discover how screwed up the stories get. Because at first the stories start out innocent, right? The stories start out innocent, and then by the end of the story, things just go haywire, haywire, and pretty much we get to learn about. There's a bunch of foreshadowing in this. There's a bunch of foreshadowing about what the ending is going to be or how it's going to end. So make sure to look out. Make sure to look out for that. There's a lot of foreshadowing in this movie about how this is going to end or what's going on. But I can tell you, by the first half of the film, you'll probably be so confused. It's not till the second half that things start getting explained. Things don't start getting explained until about the second half of the movie. And so, like, you may be wondering, so, what's the point? What's the point of watching an hour and 30-minute movie if, things don't get explained to me until, like, the second half? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because this movie is hecka confusing near the beginning, man. Like, during the first story, you will not know a dang thing that's going on. You won't know a dang thing that's going on. You still won't know what a dang thing's going on. Because things get more confusing, kind of the more the story goes. But by the second half, things get more and more clear of what's going on. Until things just reach an all-time, oh heck no. Because this movie gets crazy. I can tell you that this movie gets insane. Now, by what I've told you, you may not believe me. You be like, well, it's just about these two guys in a cabin, right? And it is, but it's way more. It is way more. Now you can consider this a spoiler, but guys, be careful. But it's not really a spoiler. So I'm not going to give no context. But just be careful who you date. I know that's like a no-brainer. But I mean seriously, this movie will make you more than ever. This movie will make you two things. It will make you not want to go to prison, which you shouldn't already. But it will make you not want to go to prison more, especially in the far future, because I cannot say more than that, but just if it's the year 2050 and you get convicted for something, don't just make sure that none of this stuff and that none of the technology in this movie exists. I want none of the technology in this movie to exist. Oh my gosh, heck no, because the way this technology can be used for good. However, because again, this movie takes place in the far future, but it's like none of the futuristic technology in this, none of the really futuristic technology in this is used for good. None of it, and it's just crazy. Like, none of this technology, we're so advanced in the future, yet none of this technology is used for good. Yeah, man. Like, I really, really love this movie. It's not only the movie, but the cinematography as well. The cinematography it's really good because it gives you this sense of claustrophobia. It gives you this sense of claustrophobia. By the way, I'm not claustrophobic. In real life, I am not claustrophobic. I don't have a fear of small spaces, but I can fit in small spaces just fine without being uncomfortable. However, this movie will give you a sense of claustrophobia because it all takes place in one location, specifically one room. It all takes place in this cabin. It all takes place in this kitchen, in this one small cabin. We don't see, like, we see one room in the beginning. We see one other room in the beginning, but I think after that, we don't see any other rooms for the majority of the film. And I think even that film's like off in the background. You can tell there's other rooms in the cabin. It's just that, you know, people. Uh, it's just that they're sitting down having breakfast, and they're just telling these stories. And by the way, these are, again, I like to stress, these are not really good people, but they're not bad people. Like, they're not. They do things that are extremely wrong. They reveal stuff that, oh my gosh, wow, that is extremely wrong. However, you kind of learn. You kind of learn to. You kind of learn to actually feel sorry for these people who are not. Again, they are not really good people. However, you do feel sorry for them. You do end up feeling very sorry for them by the end. Specifically one of the men I felt extremely sorry for. Um, and let's see, what else can I say without giving this away, man? Like, I really want y'all to watch this, because this film is it's really good. Truly, it's extremely good. And you may be asking, well, what makes it so good? Just this. Oh my gosh! Wait! I can't even. I have to say this. There's one shot in particular in this film. I can't say what it is because it's a major spoiler. But there is one particular shot in this film that will probably be ingrained in my head for for at least forever. Like that. There's this one shot that is burned into my retinas. That burned into my retinas when I first saw it, because it's so. I won't describe the tone of the shot, but it is, man, man. Like, oh my gosh. There is one particular shot. Oh, there's another shot. There's a reveal shot in this film. There's also a reveal shot. It's not as good as the other shot, but it's, again, jaw-dropping. There is, again, another shot that's just jaw-dropping. It's not as good as the one I was talking. It's not as good as the one I was just talking about. But it is a jaw-dropping shot. You're like, and it's a reveal shot. It's a shot. It reveals. I mean, real shot, kind of in the name, but man, oh man. The second story is definitely my favorite. I can't tell you why, but you'll see. But let's see what else. So the next question you may be asking is, well, White Christmas is in the name. Is this a Christmas movie? Is this a nice, family-friendly Christmas movie? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, Christmas, it's called White Christmas because of a specific reason. I can't explain. I mean, I can tell you this. It's this movie does take place during Christmas time. It does take place during Christmas time. It does take. We don't know if it takes place directly on Christmas. We don't know if it takes place on Christmas Day or just because it's definitely around the time of Christmas. However, like, it is mentioned in the beginning that it's around the time of Christmas, and even in some of the flashback scenes, you kind of get an idea. You kind of get an idea of what time, because it definitely takes place around Christmas. like, you know, people have their festives up there, their wreaths, their jingle bells and stuff like that, their lights and stuff, their Christmas lights, their trees up, you know, the usual Christmas decorations. But is this a Christmas movie? No. If you're looking for a family-friendly Christmas movie that you can watch, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. No, this ain't it. This is not it, son. This is not it. This is, I mean, and I'm not even saying that because there's any, like, I'm not saying that because there's like any nudity in this film. It's not like, this is not the platform. There's no nudity in this film. Hallelujah. However, this film is brutal. It's brutal. I don't. Yeah, it's brutal, but I do not want to give away much. I'm gonna leave that there. It's just know that it's brutal and it takes some turns. It takes some twists and turns that will sucker punch you in the face, and you will not see it coming. You will not see it coming. And you know, this movie does a good job. Oh man, this movie is just so good, guys. I don't. You know, I don't want to. I'm sorry this review is so abstract, but I really do not want to give away much about this. This is going to be my short. This is my favorite movie, and the movie I want to talk. Oh, I want a spoiler review. I want to do a spoiler review of this so bad. However, I really want people to watch this, though. I seriously want people to watch this. Again, I apologize that this review is so short and so abstract, but please, guys, this is my favorite movie so far. Let me see. Do I have any problems with it? Hmm. I don't think I have. I mean, maybe I'll watch the film again, and you know, maybe I'll see some problems later and bump the grade down, maybe. But I don't know if I did have a problem. It probably wasn't enough to bump the grade down. And you may be asking, what's the grade? I'm gonna tell you the grade right now. This movie is a crisp A plus, man. A crisp A plus for me right now, man. Dog, for right now, at this very moment I'm recording this is an A plus. I maybe like post in the comments, you know, if I decide to bump the grade down. But for now, I love this film. It's not a you know, the title's kind of misleading. So if you do expect this going in this, expecting it to be a Christmas film, you know, Santa Claus, there ain't no little Johnny. There ain't no Santa Claus in this. Santa Claus, Santa Claus is nowhere near these people. But um, just guys, please go watch this movie. I am begging you, go watch this movie. It is so good. It is really good, and I recommend everyone watch this movie, man. Like, especially if you're trying to get into film and stuff like that. Study this film. This is really, really good, man. This is a really excellent film, man, and yeah, guys, stay safe. Oh gosh, wait. I don't know. Wait, so I don't know. Wait, one more thing. I recommend people watch this movie. However, it does take place in one room. So if you're you know, getting claustrophobic from quarantine or whatever, if you're getting kind of I wouldn't recommend this movie. I would love recommend this movie. However, I just thought about wait, everyone's in quarantine, and this movie does take place where people are seemingly, well, they're seemingly there willingly, but then you start to discover some things. But you know, this movie is very claustrophobic. It does get claustrophobic at the end, but I'm sorry, not the end, but like but like kind of like the beginning. But the movie's claustrophobic the whole time, but yeah, guys, I've already said enough about this film, so See you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching these reviews, guys. It really means a lot to me, and not much else to say. Just see you guys. Capiche, and bye. See you guys later.
The Resistance almost controls the entire sector. Prepare to counterattack in force. The enemy is now in control of this sector. Denied. Command post F secured. Enemy securing position S.
Accept.
The Resistance have secured position S.
Unfortunate circumstances.
The Resistance fights well today. We must be stronger.
They are capturing Orex.
Head up. Shoulder square.
We have lost too much ground to the resistance, and now they control
Next
almost
phase will
every
be critical.
command post. We must counterattack.
Command post Crash is being taken by the enemy.
Resistance forces are fast gaining dominance of the sector. They must be fought back. We must turn this battle around now or risk a terrible defeat.
Will you want captives for interrogation?
Only if convenient. No need to hold back. Cowards!
Submit your weapon for inspection.
Our scanners show incoming resistance transports.
No permanent damage.
The resistance transports have landed. Expect them to begin boarding momentarily. We must stop them. The resistance has begun boarding troops onto its transports.
This way.
Their boarding is almost finished. Now is our last chance to hinder them.
Prepare for full assault.
The resistance forces have finished boarding and will attack our ship next. We must move to set up our defenses before they get there.